Well, sorry for the delay, everybody. I know a lot of you have been chopping at the bit here to check out this machine in action. So I'll let it play here in the background while I talk about some things. I've had some major issues with getting the controls to work, along with having to completely redo the control panel because I got a little overzealous and installed an L2 button that I actually don't need. The first time around when I built the control panel, I put an L2 button in there, and it turns out I don't need it. For MK9, L2 is tag and R1 is throw. I installed an R1 button because I like to be able to use R1 to throw, but it turns out that I'm going to end up using R1 to tag, and on MK9 you can press square and X at the same time and it'll act as throw. So I'll press square and X at the same time to throw, and I'll press R1 to tag if I want to do a tag team. So I don't actually need L2. I'm not quite sure if the other MK games need L2, but I don't think that they do. It's been a while since I played the other PS2 MK console games, but I don't believe that they use L2, or if they do, it's not really necessary. So don't hold me to that. I'm not sure, but I went ahead and completely redid the control panel and got rid of L2. Now let me talk for a minute about what I mean, or let me explain what I mean by major issues getting the controls working. As most of you know, I chose to gut two PS3 MK fight sticks for the controls. They worked perfectly for MK9 and other PS3 games, but when I tried to play the PS2 games, the PS3 disconnects all the controllers, which is normal, and you have to reconnect them by pressing the PS button. The fight sticks don't do that. I could press the PS button until I was blue in the face and they simply don't work. It turns out the PS3's firmware is not allowing the fight stick controls to reconnect, which means that they're only compatible with PS3 games, and that kind of defeats the whole purpose of why I built this cabinet or made this project, because I wanted to be able to play the home console MK games on here as well. So I had to come up with something different. So I didn't want to spend a bunch of more money, so all I did was I got a hold of one of my spare PS2 controllers, and I hacked that for the Player 2 side, and I plugged it into a little converter that converts it to USB. And it plugs right in the front of the PS3 just like the fight sticks did. So Player 2 is actually a hacked PS2 controller, and Player 1 is a hacked wireless PS3 controller. So I still have the PS button and everything. So Player 1 is a hacked wireless PS3 controller. And both of them ended up, it wasn't that really difficult to hack them. It was just kind of time consuming and not really much of a headache, but it was just took the time to do it. That was really the major part. But so I got two hacked controllers now, and everything works perfect for all PS2 games and all PS3 games that I've thrown at it. So the controls have been the control problems have been solved, as well as the L2 button has been deleted. So the MK fight sticks ended up being a complete waste of time and money. So the reason I used a PS3 controller for Player 1 instead of two PS2 controllers, because the PS2 controller was a bit easier to hack. I have to have the PS3 button. In order to actually quit the game, you have to have the PS button to reach the quit game menu. Without that, I have to actually turn the system on and off to reset the game. For instance, right now MK9's running. If I wanted to get out of this game and play a different game, I would have to turn the whole PS3 system off and turn it back on to select a different game. I don't want to have to do that. So instead of just using two PS2 controllers, I used a PS3 for Player 1 and PS2 for Player 2. So that way I have the PS button to access the in-game menu, so I can in-game menu as well as the PlayStation menu, so I can actually quit the game without having to turn the system off. You guys know what I'm talking about. So up there next to Player 1 Start, the white button above Player 1 joystick is a PS button. So that's how that all works. And then with the controls all good now and the control panel redone to get rid of L2, the project is 100% complete. I'm fully done with this whole thing here. So now I can start showing off and explaining how the machine works, as most of you have been waiting for. So I'll go ahead and pause, and I'll get the camera up closer so we can get a better point of view on how it all works. But I do want to say first that how it all works out is I interface the power supply, or I interface the power strip inside the cabinet with the power switch on top of the machine, so it turns on and off just like any other arcade game. When I flip the switch up top, the monitor, the audio system, video converter, coin door lights, an internal fan that runs to keep the PS3 cool, everything turns on except the PS3. So when I turn the switch on up top, I have to actually open up the coin door and manually turn on the PS3. which isn't a big deal. I just, it's no problem. So that's not really too much of a problem. So, and then after the PS3 powers up, it goes into the normal PS3 menu, and all I have to do is select a game and I'm off. So again, I'll pause here and get the camera up closer, and you can check it out in 1 second. Alright, I have everything turned off again so we can see it all boot up in action. So I'll flip the switch up top, marquee, monitor, coin door, lights, fan, and audio system. Everything turns on but the PS3, so let me fire it up. Alright, and I'll press the power button on the PS3. There you go. When I first turn it on, the player 1 controls don't work until I press the PS button to connect them. You can see here nothing happens. I'll press the PS button. Now they work. So, and that's pretty much it to start it up. And then I have 6 different games downloaded on this hard drive. Injustice: Gods Among Us, MK9, MK versus DC Universe, X-Men, MK Arcade Collection, and The Simpsons. So we'll go ahead and load MK9. Some of those games are louder than others. I don't know why. MK vs. DC Universe is like twice the volume when it's doing the little intro there as MK9 or the other games. I don't know why, but so I didn't stay on there too long, as you saw. But and I'm sorry if my camera goes in and out of focus. It does that for some reason. So if you see the camera go in and out of focus, I apologize. Alright, now we're back up to where we were. Press the start button. And I'll play a couple of rounds here. Two-player versus mode, one-on-one. So, as you can see, player 1 works. I'll press player 2 start. There's player 2.
Sonya. Scarlet. Sonya.
Yeah, pick her twice? Alright. Don't know what happened there.
I guess I'll have to do this the hard way.
Round 1. Fight! Scarlet wins. Flawless victory. Round 2. Fight! Scarlet wins. Fatality.
I'll play a little bit as player 2 so you can see player 2 works also. Alright, so there you go. MK9 works just fine. Press the PS button. Quit the game. Yes. There we go. And we'll play a PS2 game. I think I'll throw in Deadly Alliance here just for the hell of it. Open the coin door, put the disc in, and it should load right to the game. There it goes. All right. Alright, so when you put a PS2 game in, it disconnects all the controls. Normally in the top right it'll say press the PS button, but because I have a PS2 controller hacked and it's plugged into a device via USB, it does not prompt you to press the PS button. But you'll see here that player 1 controls will not work. Press start, nothing happens. What I have to do is press the PS button to reconnect the controller. Then I press the PS button again. I go to controller settings. I have to reassign controller 1 to, I think it's 1/1A. Yeah, 1/1-A. Now, it should work. There you go. Holy shit, that's loud. Alright, so player 1 works obviously. Player 2. Man, this monitor looks fantastic. You got to see it in person to really appreciate it.
Flawless victory. Round 2. Fight.
I'm trying to remember his combo, but I can't remember.
Flawless victory. Round 3. Fight.
I don't think they show you the fatalities in this one. No, they don't. Anyway,
Flawless victory.
to get out of here and back to the PS3 menu, of course. PS button, quick game. And it's just as easy as that. So, so that's pretty much it. You know, I got other games on there. I got MK vs. DC Universe and Injustice, Gods Among Us, and all the other home console Mortal Kombat 2 games. You know, Mortal Kombat Trilogy and the PS1 version of MK4 and all that. So there's not really much else to show. And that's how it operates. That's how everything works. Should be fun to mess around with it for a while. And otherwise, I appreciate everybody, all your interest and following along. And and being general fans and subscribing to the YouTube channel and all that. So again, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, of course. As always, your comments are welcome, be it negative or positive, and we'll see you next time. Oops, one more thing I needed to talk about before I end the video. I had to add a select button. Originally, when I had the two MK fight sticks installed, I had a PS3 button over here, and I had a PS3 button over here for both players. But because I'm only using a PS3 controller for player one side, I only need one PS button. But when you're playing, there's one game here that I have to have a select button for, and that's, you can hear it, it's the MK Arcade Collection. When I start, let's just play Mortal Kombat here. When I select Mortal Kombat, the only way to escape out of this, I can press the PS button until I'm blue in the face here. Well, I take that back, I'm sorry. I don't want to quit the whole MK Arcade, I don't want to quit the game. I want to, let's say if you're playing MK1, I want to change to MK2. The PS button will actually quit the entire game. I don't want to do that. So the only way to quit the game and go to a different Mortal Kombat game is to press the select button. You press the select button and it brings up the menu. I go to exit game. There we go. So I had to have a select button to be able to play the Arcade Collection. So that's what this is here, and you can see on there it says select. So anyway, so I wanted to talk about that before I end the video. A PS button on this side, select on this side. That's only going to be used for the Arcade Collection. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching.